message, there's a lot that we agree upon. There really is. She says, I strongly support requiring healthcare professionals to provide consumers with the VIS information regarding the NVICP, that's the National Vaccine Injury Compensation Program, prior to obtaining informed consent for a vaccination. That's the bulk of what this bill requires. Thank you, Governor, for your support. Now, she says that's required by federal regulation. Nobody has showed me the federal law. Now, you've heard those debating opposition say, well, the CDC recommends that. That's fine. I'm glad that the CDC recommends that. I support that. Let's put it in Oklahoma law. The governor agrees. Let me show you what the vaccine information statement is. That's it. It's written in plain English. It talks about the benefits. It talks about the risk. Provides information. This is good information for parents to have before getting vaccines. And we're not talking about all vaccines, just those that are already on a federal table that could lead to injury. She also supports informed consent and goes on and talks about how important it is to provide information to parents before this and other healthcare procedures. The thing that takes up the most of her veto message has to do with the appendix. The appendix under my bill does not have to be copied and provided to a parent. Read the bill. It simply has to be made available, but it's not even the whole appendix. I'll read to you from the language of the bill. This is what has to be made available. Epidemiology and prevention of vaccine preventable diseases, vaccine excipient and media summary. That is this right here. It is 2 pages front and back. You can pull it up online. It will take you 10 seconds to find the vaccine excipient and media summary. This is 4 pages if you copied 1 page at a time. The difference between 3 and 4 pages and 34 pages, how the governor's office does not understand this, I don't know. Although they would point to, in parentheses of the bill, it says also known as the Pink Book, Appendix B. The entire Appendix B is 34 pages, granted. But we have specifically outlined what is to be made available, the vaccine recipient media summary. It's a 4-page document. That's it. This isn't rocket surgery. Read it. It's right there. Now, is there a fear that if we provide parents with the information of what's included in these vaccines, that they will stop vaccinating their children? This is a can of Diet Pepsi. We require, the government requires, that the ingredients of every soft drink be on a can, without explanation and without context. I don't know what all of these things mean. I know what caffeine is, caramel color, I know what that is. I don't know what benzoate or acesulfame or phosphoric acid. I don't know what that is. So all we're saying is that the ingredients be made available for review by parents, not without explanation and context. Isn't that why the healthcare provider is there? To provide explanation and context? Of course. Unless they don't want to have this conversation with parents. See, members, that's the purpose of this legislation. To encourage healthcare providers and parents to enter into a substantive discourse about the health and safety and well-being of their children. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. This isn't meant to scare anyone. This is meant to educate. It was said on the Senate floor, well, if parents knew what was in some of these vaccines, they wouldn't want to vaccinate their children. I should rest my case right there with that statement. But simply put, parents are probably going to read some of these ingredients and say, "Doctor, what is that?" And the doctor says, "This is what it is. Nothing to be concerned about. If you have any questions, I can provide you some more information." No, thank you for answering my questions. Let's go ahead with the vaccine. That's the purpose of this legislation. Members, this passed with wide bipartisan support. 89 voted in favor of this. It passed with similar numbers over on the Senate side. I only need 68 of you, 67, because I'll vote for it. 67 of you to join me. Please, stand up for parents. Stand up for providing information to your constituents so they can make informed decisions about the safety and well-being of their children. I have supported the governor many times, even after Bloody Wednesday last year when she vetoed 20 bills from this body for no other reason but spite. Budget negotiations didn't break down. We got it passed after that. Colleagues, please stand up for the parents in your district. Stand up for the children. This is only about knowledge and information and nothing more. Please vote in favor of overriding the veto.